Hello and welcome to another update video about Algorand. Just want to update you that we're just continuing to move sideways. So, it's hard to say. We don't really see any sort of breakout formation occurring. I think it looks, to be honest, very similar to the chart of Cardano. We're pretty much doing what Cardano is doing as well, which is just sideways movement, just consolidation, triangle pattern. And again, it is so hard to say, is this going to go up or down? In my view, because we are in an uptrend here, it should really break to the upside, but nobody really knows for sure. A triangle pattern like that is sort of neutral. You know what you could say, it's maybe a bullish pennant, basically because we have had that strong move to the upside just before we actually came down in that correction. But it is very, very hard to say. So we don't really know what happens before a breakout occurs, but we can take a look at the Fibonacci levels and just to remind ourselves where we are and how far did we actually retrace. So we have pretty much found support at the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level. It came down a little bit lower, but pretty much these were fake outs. We then came up, and since then we've pretty much found support and haven't dropped below the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level. So that's okay, that's normal. That is nothing unusual. So from here, basically, should we break to the upside, it is also possible to determine some price targets. I just want to show you where we could be heading then. Should we break to the upside, let's say in the next move to the upside, we're going to break up. That could really take us to the area of the all-time high at around 255, maybe even a little bit higher. So I think it is safe to say, because that is a critical support, a resistance area up here, that we could find serious resistance there. Now, should we really drop to the downside, that can take us really low. That could take us actually to $1. Now, I don't think that is actually going to take place. I think $1 would be really a strong drop. What I much rather think is that we are going to find support here at, and that would be quite a bit of a drop at 125, where we have a former resistance level. So that is an area of frequent trade. We have support here, and that is also where the 200-day moving average is currently located. Obviously, that is going up every day, slowly but steadily. There isn't much support before that. I mean, we have various areas here on the left hand side, maybe around 150. 150 could be, first of all, that 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level. That was an important support level before we even dropped to 125. But essentially, we need to wait for a breakout. Currently, the support is sitting here at 172. So if we see us dropping below 172, you could say it's pretty likely that we're now breaking to the downside, and that resistance is currently at 194. So should we break above 194, you could safely say that we are attempting another breakout to the upside. Of course, always need to bear in mind this could be fake breakouts, but essentially you need to wait for a retest, or sometimes there is no retest, so there's always a bit of a risk here. Overall, I think Algorand will be doing well. These drops that we can see, we've seen them before. For example, here back in February, that is basically when a lot of cryptos are being thrown onto the market. That is part of the Algorand tokenomics, but demand is going, is increasing faster than the supply, which is why we are seeing here increasing prices. So if the same pattern occurs again, like we saw in February, it's pretty much the same one. You can see that, and then we could see rising prices over the next month. That would take us back to the 260 level pretty much, or 250, where we were earlier this year in September. Now, as I said, we're above the 200-day moving average, which is looking good, pretty much trading around the 20 and the 50-day moving average. So the price doesn't really respect any of these at the moment. You could say maybe that we are finding support at the 50-day moving average, but there is a lot of moving around still, so it doesn't really provide any support. So I think we would have to wait for that 200-day moving average down here. Now, looking at the daily, let me go on the daily. That was the 8-hour chart. On the daily, we can actually see that we are holding above the 50 line on the RSI, which is indicating that we're in the bullish range, which is good, and it means we have a lot of scope to the upside. What is significant, and I wanted to show you that, we are currently making a bullish cross here on the MACD. Now, that means we have a lot of scope to the upside, because look at where the MACD line is and the buy signal that occurred yesterday. So that is definitely a heads up that could help us to push here to the upside out of that triangle, which is holding this price very, very stable, bit like the Cardano price. And what I wanted to show you is just if I overlay, because everybody's saying, you know, Cardano isn't doing anything, I'm losing money with Cardano or things like that, but just add the Cardano chart to this chart, just to show you. So we take just that chart. Just want to show you that, just to show you really, we're doing the same thing, isn't it? And Cardano is basically just from the price point of view, just a bit higher. You can first of all see that Algorand is lagging behind, but they came down at the same time and they've pretty much done the same thing. Maybe Algorand was a bit more volatile here in the triangle, but essentially we're doing the same thing. So please don't think that only Cardano isn't moving. It's other cryptos as well, including Algorand, and there are a few others as well. So yeah, I think we just have to wait for the breakout, be patient. I think Algorand is going to do well. Algorand is a growing ecosystem. It's going to do well. Strong project. And that's pretty much the update. So have a bit of patience, I think, and hope you liked the update. If you did, please smash the like button. And if you want to follow me on this crypto journey, then please subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.